Hello, everybody, and welcome to Masu Pro Wrestling Presents Never Letting Go. I'm your host and sole commentator, Masu Pro Wrestling. Tonight, we are going to have some historic matches. Starting us off will be a 6-person ladder match for the Icon Division's golden opportunity. And to start us off, we have the person that earned their spot in a ladder match for this opportunity. So Glitchy has already climbed up the ladder, grabbed the briefcase, and is a former golden opportunity winner. Could we see Glitchy go 2 years in a row? Last year she was the Idol Division golden opportunity holder. This year could be the Icon Division golden opportunity holder. Unfortunately for Glitchy, it didn't really work out for her in Season 2. Will it change in Season 3? Let's find out tonight, but who will be the other 5 opponents? Someone that almost earned their shot at the Icon Division Championship. Going as far as they could in the #1 Contenders Tournament. Tyranno Maximum could change the game. For someone like Ty, this is a perfect opportunity to get their shot at a championship. I mean, Tyranno has been struggling to grab that brass ring as it just slips like it's covered in Vaseline, slips from the tips of Ty's fingers. But can Ty grasp victory tonight? Ty has done some shocking things in their career. This could be their opportunity. They didn't get a shot at the ladder match. Ty was selected by the bosses upstairs to join in the golden opportunity. Because the bosses like giving people opportunities. They like to open the door, and this just might be the door that leads to the highest point in Tyranno Maximum's career. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, is Tyranno, and is here to have their Cinderella story climb up that ladder. Ty is not unfamiliar with such heights. The golden opportunity is a chance to change the game, a chance at an opportunity that anyone would try to get. And someone that knows exactly what it means to be a champion. Coming out next, Dragthulu. Dragthulu is very familiar with being a champion, former tag team champion, former Icon Division champion, and former Openweight Division champion. Looking for his shot once again at the Icon Division Championship. I mean, we haven't seen Dragthulu in the title conversation for a long time. And so this is exactly what this briefcase is for. The opportunity to cash in at any point and earn yourself basically, you say a free title shot, but they earn that title shot by getting through this match. And of course, we know that one of Dragthulu's biggest rivals right now is currently the reigning and defending Icon Division champion in FlairZero. It seems like history can never pull, or destiny can't pull away these two. Could we see another FlairZero versus Dragthulu in our future? All since Season 1, these two have had history. Dragthulu took the edge in Season 1, but it seems like since then Flair has just taken the heat, taken the momentum, and sprinted down to the touchdown zone, becoming a multiple-time champion. And entering in next was someone that was in the ladder match, but obviously did not make it. Blueness, B.A. Tycho's good little soldier. I mean, if Blueness can win this, this could be a huge huge boon for the Coalition. I mean, the Coalition have been struggling to sort of hold any sort of power in MPW, as well as the other members kind of taking another chance for the members to take the limelight away from their leader, B.A. Tycho. Lunas is a former Icon Division champion. She got her first Icon Division champion at Living Legends, but was just unable to defend it at all on the line, losing it to FlairZero. Could we see that rematch? And someone that had been struggling in Season 2, who didn't have an opportunity at these championships, Garreth Unported, looking for his opportunity finally. I mean, we've talked about this all past Season 2, but Garreth was basically barred from challenging for the Icon Division Championship all of last season. He turned his focus onto the Openweight Championship, becoming one of the longest reigning Openweight champions in our history, and is now looking for that chance again. The first, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, the first ever Golden Opportunity holder was Garreth Unported for the Icon Division Championship, looking to get that briefcase back. Garreth wants to bring home that championship. He hasn't been able to hold on to it, or hasn't had an opportunity to hold on to it, so this is a golden opportunity for the Golden Opportunity. We're going to see how a lot of high flyers in this match, we're going to see how that affects their chances at winning. But one of the newest members of MPW, Vyakaka, one of the members of the Shogunate, looking for their chance at a championship. I mean, this is how you put your name on the map in MPW. You take this chance and you run with it, and you can become a quick champion. You quickly put your name out there, put your name on the map, carve your names into the tablets of history. Vyakaka. Could bring home some championship for the Shogunate. Speaking of the Shogunate, Rize is going to go one-on-one against TeaTheShiba in an ambulance match for the Open Weight Championship. For the first time ever, both Brutality and the Shogunate are barred from ringside, and we'll see if that stops anyone from interrupting that match. Rize chose that and says she wants to send T in that ambulance that she sent her in. This could be huge momentum for the Shogunate if Vyakaka can pick up a huge win here. Climb up a 10-foot ladder and make history. Make a name for yourself, kid. Who is going to make it and become the Golden Opportunity holder? Who's going to get their Golden Opportunity for Season 3? This match could go on for hours or could go on for literal minutes. That's the type of situation a ladder match is. And the match has started. Already picking dance partners. They're not wasting any time. Garreth goes to the outside. So does Blunas, Vyakaka, and Tyranno Maximum, leaving Glitchy and Drag in the ring alone. Of course, the only way to win this match is to climb up that ladder, one of those ladders, and grab the briefcase that's hanging above the ring. Back body drop by Blueness, and now Viakako with a chair shot to the head, giving one to Ty. As Garreth enters the ring, nobody's home for that springboard. And Glitchy's going outside. Is she going to be maybe looking for that ladder? Glitchy's the first one getting their hands on that ladder, wasting absolutely no time to get into the ring as Garreth and Dragthulu battle it out. Glitchy is wasting absolutely no time setting up this ladder. We can see, like I said, minutes. Has it set up in the middle of the ring. Glitchy going up. Garreth, though, not going to let her. Just trying to grab at the legs as Viakaka scales the ladder quickly. And now we have our first fight on the top of the ladder. Glitchy getting hit from both sides. As Viakaka trying to grab onto the briefcase. But Garreth throwing the ladder down. Already we had someone raise the briefcase back, body toss. We're going to see if speed or strength is going to be the advantage here. Ducks the big boot. Lunas back and forth with Glitchy. Sends Glitchy to the outside onto the apron. Maybe trying to get an opportunity. What is she looking for here? Garreth going flying off the top rope. You blink and you might miss something. Back body drop from Dragthulu to Ty. And Blueness is just looking like she's trying to clear the ring. Garreth sending in a table into the ring. And now Blueness is sent outside. Viakaka's going to follow suit. Garreth up over. What is Drag looking for here? Leaves him to dry off the top rope. And now it's Garreth and Drag in the ring by themselves. Viakaka pushing that ladder back into the ring. Chops lighting up both Blueness and Dragthulu from Garreth. Super kick from Blueness. Dragthulu misses the one-legged drop kick. Garreth now still standing tall in the ring off the ropes. Garreth German suplex. What is Garreth looking for on the outside now? Leaving Dragthulu all alone with the ladder. I don't really know what kind of strategy this is. Dragthulu left all alone. And now Drag's going to climb up. Could this be it? Could Drag pull down the briefcase? He's got one hand on it. No. Blueness throws him off, going outside onto the apron. And now the ring is being populated more and more. Until everybody's in the ring. Dragthulu and Garreth get thrown out. Viakaka sets up the ladder once again. Glitchy wants none of it. Viakaka trying to empty the ring, but Glitchy throwing her over the apron. And now Glitchy's climbing back up. Garreth sees it. One hand just barely swinging at that. Someone's got to stop her, and Viakaka sending shots to the tailbone. And Glitchy's looking wobbly on that ladder. Glitchy's all alone. Drag can't quite get to the ladder. Is Glitchy going to be able to? No. Nobody seems to be able to get two hands on the briefcase so far. But every opportunity, every second is a chance to win that championship or win the golden opportunity. Glitchy setting up a ladder on the outside. Viakaka smacks her, denting that chair. Oh my god. Leaving a Glitchy-sized impression on that chair. And now Garreth sharing some words with Blueness. Over the top senton. Nobody doesn't hit it from Tyranno in the ring. Ty and Dragthulu all alone. Dragon Screw leg whip. And Ty's got the table. Setting up the table and immediately getting it broken. Ty gets sent into the challenger's corner. Fisherman suplex by... Oh my god, a crazy maneuver by Viakaka on the corner. Royal pardon to Dragthulu. Off the ropes, dropkick Garreth. Springing to life. Off the ropes, though, one, like Inzaguri, like standing shining wizard type beat. Yakaka and Dragthulu. Oh my god, onto the table, face first. Garreth looking a little bit worse for wear. Drag looks absolutely knocked out. The ring doesn't have too many people. Basement dropkick doesn't get it. The ring is rather unoccupied. Extinction! Bomb to Blutus on the floor! Oh, into the LED ring post. I think they might have broken some of it. Yeah, it looks like they might have broken that ring post. And a running bicycle kick. German suplex now. For everyone, this would mean so much. A lot of former champions looking to rekindle that fire, and potential first-time champions. Garreth trying to reposition that ladder, but doesn't get it. As Blueness dropkick backflip in the corner. The athleticism of Blueness. She takes Garreth to the other corner, but Glitchy is right behind her. Sends him into the ladder, and it flips all around. Glitchy's out. Dragthulu's out. Ty's out. Blueness, Vyakaka, and Garreth once again occupy the ring. Garrett's back out of the corner. A clothesline from Ty out there outside. Oh my god! Landing Blueness on the ladder. Vyakaka now using the ladder as a weapon. Is he about to brown crown on the ladder? Brown crown on the ladder. And now takes the ladder, sets it up in the corner. You can't climb up from there. And leaving Vyakaka in the ring alone. Setting up the ladder. This could be. If Vyakaka can just scale this ladder, make herself famous. Sidewalk slam. Grabbing hold of the briefcase just barely. But Blueness and Garreth not allowing it. Moonsault. Once again, someone able to grab on. Knee strike. Glitchy goozling drag. But not good enough, as now Gareth's got this. Garreth, I think, is trying to pick up the ladder, but skull end. By Dragthulu. I think he locked in the skull end there. He calls that the mana burn. Ty is out cold. Garreth sees maybe an opportunity, but wants to avoid Glitchy. I mean, smart maneuver. Glitchy goozling Ty. And a frame drop. Maybe putting Ty out of the match. No, Ty's right back up. I mean, a little bit dead on their feet. German suplex. Spin around. Clothesline. And now basically everybody's back into the ring. Luna's catching Garreth and flipping him into the ladder. Sending Vyakaka up and over. Neck breaker. Lunas setting up the ladder in the corner. What are they looking for there? Tie up against the ladder as that one spills to the outside. Lunas is going to take it as Glitchy lets Ty know exactly how she feels, but a little bit of talk is not going to do much when it's now 2-on-1. Glitchy DDT'd onto the ladder. Lunas DDTing Glitchy onto the ladder with Tyranno. Maximum Spinebuster. And now the ring can barely contain the amount of power in it. Dumps Ty out. trying to empty the ring once again for that opportunity. Clothesline. Bicycle kick. Garreth wobbly legs. Uppercuts to the throat. Sends Glitchy out of the ring one more time. Vyakuka buried under the ladders. And a big boot. Vyakuka onto the ladder again. And throws the chair at Blutus at the side of the head. Gutbuster. Drag trying to set up the ladder, but ends up knocking it down. This ring is just filled with foreign objects. And now Blutus got the chair in hand. Smacked out of the way. Spinebuster by Glitchy. Powerbomb. Like Sunset Powerbomb type. Sending Blutus up and over. Trying to clear the ring as much as possible. Extinction bomb to the floor again by Ty. And a blue moon on the floor. We'll see how much the damage will affect people as Blutus picks up the table, gets it knocked out. Knee right to the chin. It looks like everybody, the effects of this match is not affecting anybody right now. They're all in fighting force. As they continue to try and clear the ring, goes for the crossbody. Or just a splash, I guess, onto Dragthulu. Dragthulu now trying to clear it a little bit more. Glitchy almost clotheslined Vyakuka there. And Gareth's looking for more toys. Over the shoulder boulder holder onto the stair. Blue moon. And Glitchy back up. Glitchy's going back up. Glitchy just trying. Blutus trying to pull Glitchy off, and now Drag successfully does it. German suplex from Blutus. The ladder is left open. But Blutus wants to make sure that they stay down. Abyssal tombstone on the floor. And Blutus ends up knocking down the ladder because she's stupid. Maybe couldn't see the ladder standing up there with the mask on. Was for a set up for a pile driver reversal by Dragthulu. And a spelling or German suplex landing on the ladder is Dragthulu. Ty sends Blutus to the outside. And now Ty, extinction! Bomb! Ty's all alone in the ring right now. Grab that ladder and make yourself famous! That's the chair! That's not a ladder! You can't climb chairs! Blutus now! Maybe sees her opportunity to strike. But now Glitchy making her way into the ring as well, and Garreth standing tall. Rolls through, super kick! And there are no more ladders in the ring. Garreth's gonna change that. Bring in a ladder, and looks like Blutus wants a second one. Tyranno up top. Big headbutt. Garreth gets sent into the corner by Blutus. Blutus gets stopped, though. Sends Ty up and over. Inverted suplex by Glitchy. Super kick, and then another super kick. Blutus gets shot with a chair from across the ring. Blutus and Glitchy, temporary alliance, gets conked in the head. And now Glitchy setting up that ladder. Glitchy seems to be the only one looking for the win here. And right as I say that, though, doesn't take the opportunity to climb. Garreth gets sent out. Glitchy's alone once again. Climbing up that ladder one more time. She's had the most amount of time on the ladder and gets kicked off by Blueness. That briefcase still eluding. Extinction! Bomb! Ty getting Blueness now. Ty and Vyakaka. Oh! Throwing some dust, some powder in the eyes of Tyranno Maximum, just blinding them a bit. I don't know where they got that from, but they had some, like, salt or something. Almost like a burning hammer, blue thunder bomb. Drag sending a ladder into the ring. Bicycle kick. Drag gets behind. Backstabber. A Glitchy sending Drag off the ropes. Drag just bounces off him. Sends Glitchy out of the ring. Gonna follow suit, though. Blueness sending Garreth out of the ring. Facebuster. Snapmare rolling into a knee. Dragthulu. Sends Ty over. Blueness now double team neck breaker onto the ladder. Glitchy with the steel chair again. Up and over. Super kick to the back of the head by Ty. Could this be an opportunity? Blueness goes for the kendo stick. And now throws Dragthulu throwing fire in the face of Blueness. Has the ladder, but doesn't want to set it up in the center of the ring. Sets it up in the corner. Could Drag be thinking of something? Black hole slam. And Mana Burn. You can't win by tap out, but definitely wear down their opponent. Glitchy gets sent up and over. Blueness. Ty is tapping to the Mana Burn. Blueness shotgun drop kick. Blueness finally picking up that ladder, but Garreth knocks it right out of her hands. Glitchy, of course, trying to grab another ladder, but nobody. The ladder police is on it. Everybody's kind of blocking the ring right now. That's why it's really important to try and clear out the ring. Now Garreth's got the ladder. If he can figure out how to set it up and climb it with his feet and hands, it could be really good. No, puts it into the corner. Very useful. Hurricane Rana into the corner. And now Ty. It's really anybody's match at this point. Nobody's gotten too much time holding onto that briefcase. And Dragthulu, this might be his chance. He sees Glitchy coming in. Glitchy's going to stop him. It's going to knock the ladder down, maybe. No, Blueness! Blueness is climbing! Blueness has one hand on the briefcase. Glitchy trying to stop her. Dragthulu. Tiger suplex. Blueness again just trying to pull it down. No, landing on the chair. Into the ladder, the corner. Just so close. Tyranno off the ropes drop kick. Garreth setting up a table on the outside. What could he be thinking? He's setting up all these traps. Ty sending Drag into the corner. Step up Inzaguri doesn't connect, though. Glitchy looking for an electric chair drop on Blueness. Doesn't connect. And now Garrett's back in the ring. Ty's got a Blue Moon! Ty's got the ladder set up in the other corner. Every corner has seen a ladder this match. Inverted DDT. And Glitchy goozling Ty for another frame drop. Drag's got the ladder, but Glitchy doesn't want to let it. Getting him off the ropes. Back body drop. Luna sneaking her way back into the ring. Come on, Glitchy. Come on, Ty. Come on, Blueness, Garreth, Dragthulu, Viakaka, someone can do it. Out of the corner, forearm just landing on the ladder, smashing his full front body. The corner, very popular for the ladder. Unlike the corner, the center of the ring is actually where you need to set up the ladder so you can climb up it. Sends Blueness up and over. Drag trying to finally clear some people out. Hurricane Rana from Ty. Incredible athleticism. Goes for on the knee clothesline. Oh my god, what was that? Looked like sparks are flying in the MPW arena. Dragthulu! Finally! His brain is unlocked! Blueness, super kick gets caught! Forearm! Spins her around. Dragon suplex! Dragthulu! Up the ladder! He's just gotta grab onto it! He's just gotta grab onto it! He's just gonna hold on! He's just gonna hold on a little bit longer! Dragthulu! Defying the laws of reality! Dragthulu sprouting his wings to grab the golden opportunity. And Drag gets the golden opportunity as we will move on to our next match, which means Dragthulu can cash in at any time for the golden opportunity on the Icon, with the golden opportunity on the Icon division at any time, as we'll move on to our next championship match. It is time to make history here at MPW Presents Never Letting Go. It is going to be for the first time ever. The Tag Team Championships will be defended in a Tornado Triple Threat Tag Team Championship match. Meaning the champion team doesn't even have to be the one to get pinned to lose the championship. Dragthulu, Draven and Shmeeps, Dawn Deceased, will be our first challengers entering the arena here tonight, earning their spot in the tag team tournament, making it all the way to this point. Some great teams here tonight, and the highest chance that our tag team champions get dethroned here tonight. Team La Primera, Emrys Morgana and MintyClovers still holding on to the tag team champions. We will be seeing a lot of La Primera here tonight, as both MintyClovers and Emrys Morgana have a match later tonight. MintyClovers is the #1 contender for the Icon Division Championship, as well as Emrys is the current reigning and defending Idol Division champion. We could see 4 championships leaving with La Primera here tonight. They could control all the gold. But of course, they have to not go through just one challenging team. They have to go against 2 challenging teams. And this team is certainly brutal. Gaelic Angel. Alongside him, MamaInu, Team Brutality. I mean, I don't want to say anything against MamaInu. She did a fantastic job, but Angel definitely shown in that #1 contenders match to earn his spot here with MamaInu. Absolutely holding his own. We'll see if MamaInu is the weak link here tonight for Brutality. And of course, Brutality, the so-called leader, if you will, of Brutality, is going to be in a very important match. These two are barred from ringside during the ambulance match between T and Rize, which is coming up later tonight. This could be a huge opportunity for Angel and MamaInu. Not only would it get MamaInu's second championship in MPW history, but it would actually make Angel a Grand Slam champion in MPW, meaning he's held a World Championship, a Tag Team Championship, and the Openweight Championship in his career. But of course, this has got to be no easy feat, as they got to go through the current reigning and defending champions, La Primera. La Primera have not done themselves any favors, making enemies of most of the locker room, but Emrys doesn't have to back up her ego when she has someone like MintyClovers watching her back. These two have been a unit since MintyClovers' debut, and the Tag Team Championships was the perfect title for these two to take hold. Two-time Tag Team Champions, Emrys Morgana and MintyClovers. Of course, this match is Tornado Tag, meaning you do not have to tag your opponent in. Everyone is legal. You must pin or submit your opponent inside the ring, and there's no countouts. Weapons are legal. So there is no championship advantage here. The champions could lose the championship even if they're not even pinned. So Emrys Morgana and MintyClovers not only have to worry about taking out their opponents, they have to worry about maybe even protecting their opponents from each other. And of course, we'll have to see how La Primera fare, because later tonight they have to go through their other championship matches. Could they be looking to try and end this match as quickly as possible? Or could they even think, maybe, let's just take the fall, we lose the championships, we lose the Tag Team Champions, we fight hard for the Icon and Idol Division Championships. But if I know anything like Emrys Morgana, she's going to be pushing MintyClovers to their absolute limit to try and hold these championships. Emrys Morgana is not one to look past having all the gold, and the Tag Team Championship is on the line. Don Deceased taking half the ring, it looks like. Holding half the ring as Brutality goes into the championship corner. Or, La Primera in the championship corner. And Brutality in the neutral corner. And the match starts. This match is going to be another one where it's going to be hard to follow. But I will say, a keen advantage that might be in the favor of... Okay, there goes Emrys for the early pin. 2, nearly retaining the championship super early. So that might be Emrys's plan. Just try to get a pin as quickly as possible. But I will say an astute advantage the champions have going into this is Emrys Morgana's patented submission hold, the Hemlock. It has tapped out many a powerful foes and could be exactly what they need coming into this match. If she can sink her teeth into someone and get them to tap, it could be over in an instant. ShmeepsWorld going up top, rolling powerbomb, and now MintyClovers suplex to Angel. Don Deceased targeting the champions. You might think maybe there could be some camaraderie between the challengers, maybe targeting the champions. But of course, only one team can come out victorious. who will it be? Shmeeps now, of course, Shmeeps and BeepsWorld having such an intense rivalry since the beginning. Emerson and Draven in the ring all alone. Emrys goes for the cover, but Shmeeps is right there to protect her teammate. Looked like a moonsault from MamaInu out of the corner. Of course, you're going to want to be able to watch your teammate, make sure they're okay. Black powder! Black powder out of the corner! Emrys already getting that off, and MamaInu taking the opportunity for the cover! And Draven breaks it up right at the 2.5 count. Dawn to Cease having each other's back. MamaInu flipping Draven like a pancake. And it looks like I talked about this earlier, the hemlock might be exactly what ends this match, but Angel had it spotted immediately, going straight for the champion. Angel's got Emrys on top of his shoulders. Maybe looking for a fall from Grace, whatever it was. Reversal super kick from ShmeepsWorld. Cross body, now Shmeeps gets the clothesline. Draven is looking worse for wears already, taking a lot of damage early on. Draven got Emrys in the corner, spins her around. Emrys now, reversal again, and hemlock for the second time already. Hemlock again. That is what Emrys is looking for, a quick tap out. But of course, every time she goes for it, someone's there to stop her. Draven's got German suplex, dumping Emrys inside out. Only a 1 count on the champion. Suplex by Draven, drop kick to Shmeeps, but doesn't knock her down. Send Shmeeps into the champion's corner. MamaInu was looking for something, interrupted by Emrys, though. Draven's like, give me some seconds, give me a second. MamaInu with a sidewalk slam, and now these were getting Angel's hands off Emrys. BeepsWorld taking it on to Shmeeps. Chop to BeepsWorld. And now Angel just trying to run the entire lobby. Brutality standing somewhat tall as MamaInu's head gets squished. And Angel needs that bat maybe to be an equalizer between him and BeepsWorld. Gets BeepsWorld on his shoulders. Fall from Grace, no! And Emrys rolls back into the ring. BeepsWorld just fucking slamming Angel to the ground. Powerbomb from ShmeepsWorld in the corner. And Goozle Batbreaker. Batbreaker for the championship. The referee tried to go for the cover, but I think Draven pushed her out of the way. Our senior official. Angel jawbreaker as he gets back up onto his feet. It is, oh my god, brass knuckles to Draven. Angel putting everything on the line here. Again, the referee cannot, the referee can't get a break. Angel just pulled out brass knucks. And now Russian leg sweep. Hemlock on the floor. Angel's in trouble. Angel's in trouble. Could he tap? Could he tap? And he does. She took the opportunity. No one was there. BeepsWorld played defense. And once again, La Primera retained the tag team championship. Taking all comers. The Idol Division champion retains the tag team championship for the second time, showing the absolute dominance of La Primera. But could they come out tonight holding all the titles? We will find out later tonight, but next up is the ambulance match between TeaTheShiba and Rize. Alright, it is time for the ultimate grudge match. It is the ambulance match between Brutality member TeaTheShiba and the Shogunate, self-proclaimed Panda Archon herself, Rize, for the open weight championship. Usually the open weight championship is defended by a randomly selected opponent in a falls count anywhere match, but the boss upstairs allowed the exception after Rize won the championship against Potato on Thursday. On Thursday a couple weeks ago, I think. And now TeaTheShiba, we've seen her be twisted sort of throughout Season 2. We've seen T feeding into her twisted side, but tonight choosing to go against that and just coming out classic because, I mean, I talked a little bit backstage with T. I think she was basically saying to me that, you know, going twisted hasn't really worked out for her too much in the long run. But you know who has always beaten Rize when it matters? Just herself. She's gonna bet on herself tonight. She doesn't need to go any extra mile here to go up against Rize. She's beaten her before, and she can do it again. And I think this might be the most intimidating form of TeaTheShiba that Rize is gonna have to face. The self-proclaimed Panda Archon herself, the longest reigning Idol Division champion in history. Now, for the first time ever, she is the MPW Open Weight Champion. After winning their matches, the Shogunate were allowed to pick the stipulation for this match, and you know what Rize picked? The ambulance match. The winner of this match has to put their opponent into the ambulance. Rize was attacked at the end of Season 2 by TeaTheShiba, and she says, I want to put you in that ambulance you sent me home in here tonight. One of the greatest champions in MPW history, going up against her eternal rival, TeaTheShiba. The open weight champion. Not only is Rize one of the most impressive champions of our generation, she dethroned the longest reigning openweight champion. A whopping 6 title defenses. Over 123 days as champion Potato was. And Rize put him down for the open weight championship. Once again, this historic night continues, as this will be the first ever ambulance match in MPW history. Whether they like it or not, someone's getting sent home in an ambulance. She calls herself the Panda Archon. Some call her the final boss of MPW. But tonight, you have to call her the openweight champion. Some say, I mean, like, there's the opportunity here. Some may say that the only reason Rize lost the Idol Division Championship was because of T's interference before the match. We'll see if Rize can get the ultimate payback here, or if T will do exactly what she did on the night of See You Next Time Season 2. And this will also be the first time ever the Openweight Championship is defended in a match other than either a regular singles match or a Falls Count Anywhere match. No count out, no disqualification, just carnage. This is MPW presents Never Letting Go, and this is one thing. This is one match that these two will never let go. Rize is looking poised and ready. As so does T. And it's time. The challenger, TeaTheShiba, against the openweight champion, Rize. T knows what it takes to be the openweight champion. She's been a former openweight champion. Can she become a two-time openweight champion? Ambulance match goes as follows. There are no pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countouts. The only way to win this match is for a superstar to be force their opponent into the ambulance by any means necessary. After closing both doors, the remaining wrestler will be declared the winner. And there you have it, folks. EMT at ringside. You've waited long enough for this match. Rize versus T. The match has begun, and T is already lighting Rize up. These two know each other so well, Crucifix Driver. TeaTheShiba has done some questionable things to try and help not only her mom, but herself to get the championship. But will it be all worth it with this grudge match between the two? Finally trying to settle some things. Oh yeah, that's a worse camera angle. There we go. T and Rize on the outside, drop toe hold. And a forearm. What is Rize looking for already? Climbing onto the top of the ambulance. What is Rize? What are these two already doing? TeaTheShiba, good thing we have the ambulance, as they both scale on top of it. T! Oh my god! Backbreaker, I thought she was going for the pedigree, just teasing it to... Teasing the pedigree. As Rize Crucifix! Nearly dumping T under the hood of the ambulance. Sending T up and over. Just checking her off the ambulance. Then a splash to the floor. Rize and T continuing to fight on the outside of the ambulance. What is Rize looking for? Opening the door of the ambulance. course, once you get your opponent into those doors and you shut them, that's how you win this match. Off the ropes. Maybe looking for a big boy senton. Sides against it, sending T up and over. The doors are open. Rize already maybe looking to put her opponent away. No. A little bit too early for that, I think. As Rize continues to take it to T. Gets onto the middle rope in the corner. What is she looking for here? Rize eyeing the distance. Drop kick. With authority off the ropes. Elbow drop. The champion taking advantage. Setting her up top. And Rize is looking to send T into orbit superplex off the top. Absolutely devastating. T is looking a little bit worse for where's Big Boot? And like I said, good thing we have medics on staff. T is bleeding. She might need some stitches after this flying forearm. This is everything for Rize. Onto the altar! This is everything for Rize. After everything she's done to T, or after everything T's done to her, Rize got T on her shoulders, dumps her into the ambulance, and it just might be enough. No! T from the other side! T is fighting it, gets the one door closed. T! If she gets that door closed, it's over! And Rize, no! Can't hold them over! Almost, just barely. T almost, she saw her life flash before her eyes. German. T reverses it. Drop kick. Right to the dome. Ducks the clothesline. T's not going to let all this work go to waste. T says, come on, step up, big boy senton. Gut wrench, toss. And now T going back up the ambulance. What is she looking for all the way up here? Whatever it is, it can't be good. As Rize is going to meet her up top, and T is just waiting. But Rize goes for the kick, gets caught, flips it around. T, German suplex! Discus Big Boot, revert, or dodged out of the way. Goes for another one, back and forth. So dangerous from so high. It's taller than the ropes. They're higher than the ring ropes. They're well above the ring. Drop kick after a flurry of punches. Goes for the boot. Dragon screw leg whip, tossing her across the top of this ambulance. And Rize gonna send T off again, maybe. Oh my god, what is she looking for? Back drop! That might have done as much damage to Rize as it did to T. And now trying to get her into the back of the car again. No. T, oh my god, kick to the side of the head, bashing her head against the apron. And T's going up top. Off the ropes, drop kick. Now T is taking the momentum. It's gonna try and get Rize into the ambulance, but no. Rize won't be having it. Rize now tossing T head first into the ambulance. And just getting that door, getting those doors to close is all it needs. T. Again. This could be it. That back body drop off the top of the ambulance could have just been enough to get T out. No. T bursting through for the second time. Discus big boot. And now Rize's busted open. Is it Rize's turn to see the inside of this ambulance? She refuses. She doesn't have health insurance. And with that reversal, getting T into the ambulance. Closing the door once again. T is fighting out for a third time. I hope her medical insurance is good enough. Because she just might need it. Rize! No! A third time, T's made it out. Kick to the gut. Hooks the arms. The floor! And that might have been enough to put Rize away. Rize gets sent in. The bruises on T's face. As she closes this first one, it's now Rize's turn to be on the other end. First door closed. That blood gushing from the side of T's head with all her force and might. She's trying to send Rize home in this ambulance. Once more. T doesn't get it. But both of them are looking exhausted. Rize. Combination of kicks and punches. It could take one big move to put any of them away. Wrath of God. I think her back of her head might have hit the steps of the ambulance. And flipping her back in. I think it might be it. T's still fighting it, still got some fight left. And Rize, can she get that second door closed? T is fighting. And Rize closing the doors. And the ambulance is gonna send T off to retain the open weight championship. Both these two are going to be leaving bloody, but only T is going to be leaving in the ambulance. Rize finally putting T to rest. The open weight champion retains. But will the other two champions retain? As we move on to our next match of the night, we will see you guys there. All right, it is time for our semi-main event of the night. The Icon Division Championship is on the line. This might be one of the most important matches of the night because it will determine if La Primera holds all the gold going into the main event. One half of the reigning and retaining tag team champions, MintyClovers. MintyClovers earned her spot in the #1 contenders match, going through a tournament and subsequently ending off against Tyranno Maximum. Can MintyClovers win this championship and become, for the first time ever in her career, the Icon Division champion? This is the most important match of MintyClovers' career. And I know for sure if she doesn't win, Emrys is going to be pissed. Can MintyClovers do it tonight? I do not envy Flair coming into this match. Flair, I mean, he certainly can handle himself. But against someone like MintyClovers, it's so up to chance. There's not too much, like, how do you prepare to fight someone this size? How do you prepare to fight someone void of emotion, whose entire directive is to crush her opponents? As someone who has stood toe-to-toe with MintyClovers in the ring before, I just don't know how you do it. But of course, the champion, a three-time Iconivision champion, has over 175 days as champion under his belt across all the championships. The longest reigning Iconivision champion, tied with Angel. No, I don't think that's right, but tied with Zarataro for sure. Maybe no. Tied with Zarataro. Flair lost this to Blueness in a gauntlet match, retained it last premium live event, and is now here to hold on to it one more time. He wants to try and beat that longest reigning record. He's held it the most times, but can he hold it for the longest? We will see. And of course, Dragthulu does have the Iconivision golden opportunity, so Flair's going to want to look out for that. Flair has had a golden opportunity cashed in on him before. Bonk cashed in his golden opportunity on Flair, and Flair successfully defended it. So maybe Flair isn't someone that you want to try and cash that in on, unless you know for certain you could win. Which, I mean, that's something Dragthulu might. We could see a cash in here tonight. We'd never know. Well, we will never know if it happens until we hear that music hit. FlairZero versus MintyClovers. This might be the hardest match that Flair's going to have to fight in his career. But Flair's familiar with strong women. Let's see if he knows how to handle them. The Iconivision is on the line. The Iconivision Championship is on the line. MintyClovers versus FlairZero. I mean, MintyClovers is part robotic, and Flair handles computers a lot, so might need a little bit of tech support here. Snapmare takes Flair down off the ropes. Point blank headbutt. Kick to the head. Flair rolls out of the way, and then a back body toss by Blueness. For the first time tonight, we have just a regular match, which does mean there are countouts and there are disqualifications. And if Flair loses by either, he will not lose the championship. Championship advantage is in effect. Could be something we maybe see. I don't think Flair would be the one to do that, but I could see maybe MintyClovers getting disqualified. MintyClovers deadlift, running power slam to Flair. And off the ropes, back elbow in the corner. Just crushing the sternum of Flair. So we're already going to pin on the champion. Near 2 count early on, but only a 1. Flair's going to roll out of the ring, maybe try to assess the situation a little bit more as he gets in front of the French-Canadian commentators table. Chop to BeepsWorld in the corner. Really, the strategy with someone like BeepsWorld is you just got to try and wear her down. You can't let her get too many hits on you, and you just got to try and last as long as you can. For a clothesline, gets caught into a clothesline of her own. And you know that bionic arm does not feel good. On the head. Clothesline again. Knocked away. Or not knocked away, but shaken off. Flair out of the corner. Hurricane Rana. How do you even get up that high? As BeepsWorld goes to the outside. Flair meeting her on the apron. Gets back in. And now BeepsWorld's going to meet Flair in the ring. And Flair with a chokehold. But of course, rope break too close to the ropes. With those long arms of BeepsWorld. Sends BeepsWorld off the ropes. BeepsWorld gets behind. Scratching the back. Under. Chops lighting up BeepsWorld. Like I said, you just got to wear him down. Work at it. Chop away. German suplex. The strength of Flair. Onto the top rope. Flair tightrope walk in. Elbow drop in. Foot is a little bit close to the ropes there, but referee doesn't say it's under 2. And a near fall for the champion. Off the ropes, senton. Had the distance, but the target wasn't there. And a shoulder tackle. Sending Flair up and over. And tossing over the ropes. And like I said earlier, all BeepsWorld thinks about is breaking her opponents. But Flair isn't so easily broken. He's worked with Windows 11 before. He knows the kind of stuff he has to do to win this match. What is Flair doing? Where is Flair going? Had her in the corner. Decided against it, I guess. Off the ropes, drop kick. And now Flair goes for the cover on the challenger again. Near fall again. And Flair eyeing to put an end to it. Up and out. Maybe? Nope. Northern Lights suplex. Flair's got to try to make sure nobody can expect anything that he's doing. And a crossbody off the top. BeepsWorld is in trouble. Maybe going for the Boston Crab, but BeepsWorld got the legs up. Flair trying to get to his feet as BeepsWorld sends him off the ropes in a natural 1! Oh my god. Below 0! My voice is losing itself. Natural 1 into a below 0. 2, 3, Flair! From the jaws of defeat, FlairZero retains. Ugh, my pen has gone so far. FlairZero retaining once again against one of his most dangerous opponents. As we will move on to the main event of the night, will La Primera's luck continue to sour as we will go into the Idol Division Championship next. It is time for the main event of Masu Pro Wrestling presents Never Letting Go, the Idol Division Championship. is on the line. And challenging for the first time in a singles match. Their first real opportunity at an Idol Division Championship. None other than Kodo Twin Moon. Kodo Twin Moon. I mean, one of the newest members of MPW, one of the biggest up-and-comers, joined us at the tail end of Season 2. And now this is their first chance to have an Idol Division Championship title shot. And they're looking like they're having a great time. Can Kodo do it? I mean, this is potentially the unthinkable, but this could be Kodo's first ever championship, and it's the Idol Division Championship. Win or lose, experience is worth its weight in gold. Getting up to this point is such a challenge. But you gotta lock in. We're gonna see if Kodo here tonight is green, or if they truly are purple. But of course, they gotta go up against the Tag Team Champion and Idol Division Champion, Emrys Morgana. ShmeepsWorld just lost their championship match. They retained the Tag Team Championships, but ShmeepsWorld was unable to get the Icon Division Championship. Can Emrys retain? She's still proud of the Tag Team Championships and her Idol Division Championship, but I know she's seething on the inside after ShmeepsWorld lost to FlairZero. But of course, no days off for ShmeepsWorld. Has to come into the corner of Emrys Morgana. Going into the corner of Emrys Morgana to play sort of the corner here in Emrys's favor. We'll see what kind of shenanigans Kodo's gonna have to deal with. Because of course it's never gonna be easy when you're going up against someone like Emrys. The Idol Division Champion and the MPW Tag Team Champion. This could be a tough match for Emrys. She already had a match earlier tonight for the Tag Team Championship. We'll see how that affects her coming into this one. This is Kodo Twin Moon's biggest match of their career in front of a sold-out crowd. The cheers shaking the arena. Can Kodo do it? Against the Viper, the head of the Viper, Emrys Morgana. Still the first ever MPW double champion. The Idol Division Championship on the line. Kodo Twin Moon versus Emrys Morgana. Emrys did pick up the win for her team in the tag team championship match. Locking in the hemlock on Angel, getting a pinfall. Probably going to be looking to do the same, or getting a pinfall, getting a tap out there. Probably going to be looking to do the same thing against Kodo here tonight. Pushing Kodo off. And Kodo taking the the chain grappling. I wouldn't necessarily, oh my god, forearm to the head. Wouldn't necessarily do that with Emrys, as she is a well-known submission specialist. But trying to take this home early. And now chops and punches. Kodo lighting up Emrys, wasting no time. Now Emrys giving some of it back. Kodo said, "Come hit me on my good side." Goes for a fake out super kick into a punch. Kodo getting into the head already of Emrys Morgana. Off the ropes drop kick. And an elbow drop. And another elbow drop. A flying forearm right to the jaw. Pop up Hurricane Rana. Now Kodo going to the top rope. In Emrys's corner, could be dangerous. Little air guitar to the champion. Goes for the cover. 2. And a near fall for Emrys. We can see Kodo. Kodo could put Emrys away right now. Dark side of the moonsault. Oh my god. Absolutely squishing Emrys. Near fall again. Kodo just landed on Emrys's head. And ShmeepsWorld just slid a bat into the ring. Kodo elbow drop. Kodo's been on fire here. Emrys is in deep trouble. Chops and punches. Emrys is going to have to do something big if she wants to retain this championship already. Or has Kodo gassed himself? Kodo gets the elbow out of the neutral corner. ShmeepsWorld we saw get on the apron there. Now Kodo once again still filled with steam. Absolutely going off the rails. Goes for the cover on the champion. 2. Near fall again. Kodo can taste the championship. The fingers grazing that. Off the ropes. Crossbody doesn't connect. And a Saito suplex reversal by Emrys. Sends him off the ropes, ducks under. Forearm again. Russian leg sweep, and this might just be the end for Kodo. Hemlock. Sort of close to the ropes, though. Yeah, referee does see that. Rope break. Rope break might have saved Kodo. Step up Enziguri. Emrys senton up and over. It goes for the cover. Champion looking to retain. Kick out at 1. Referee looks to be distracted by the turnbuckle in the corner. As Kodo rolls out in front of the French-Canadian commentators table. There is a bat on the floor here. Referee might not see it. Kodo Big kicks. If Emrys loses by countout, though, she doesn't lose the title. Championship's advantage is in effect. Emrys gets back into the ring at the 6 count. That's crazy. Look, whatever the hell that was. And now MintyClovers calling over Kodo, starting an argument, as giving Emrys enough time to sort of get back up. And a head kick spins her around, standing Spanish fly. I don't think that was enough time for Emrys to get her wits about her, over the top, and nobody's home for that senton. You really gotta know the distance for that one. Drop kick. Emrys is in big trouble as Kodo winds up for the buttsaw kick. And we might just see a new champion right here. 1, 2. Oh, kick it at 2. Emrys has taken so much punishment. Tucks the kick. Emrys back up on her feet. Kicks the inside of the leg. Emrys rolls him down. Goes for the cover. Northern Lights. 2. Nearly taking the championship. Near fall. Ducks under. Rolls through. Kip up. Kick to the head again. Too bad the ambulance left early. Emrys might need a checkup after this match. Jawbreaker to Emrys. Judo hip toss. Her judo skills coming out. And Emrys in the corner. Black powder! Black powder! Goes for the cover to retain the championship. 2! And Emrys does it! Emrys retains the Idol Division Championship with minimal shenanigans from MintyClovers. The Idol Division Championship is retained for the 2nd time by Emrys. Could this be the reign of Emrys Morgana? Who can say? But we will see you guys next time on Thursday. I was Masu Pro Wrestlington. This was Masu Pro Wrestling, never letting go. We will see you guys next time.